is proudly brought to you by Botswana Post. Rise and shine.
And just like that, a very good morning to you. All that I can say is a rise and shine, because that's how Opatime at this point. And as you know, we usually get to see or show you the beauty that Gaborone is, the capital city of Botswana, in your TV screens. That's the CBT. And as we look into the weather update for today, they did mention that there will be hot to extremely hot temperatures of 36 to 40 degrees Celsius and fresh winds of 26 to 31 kilometers per hour expected over the entire country. When we look into the highs and lows, it did say that Shakawe 36, Maun 36, Kasan 38, Panamatinga 38, Suwatown a bit hot right there with 40 degrees Celsius, Letakane 39, Francis Sound City Piqua 38, Mahalape 37, and it will be partly cloudy and extremely hot with isolated thunder showers within Khanti, Khalakadi and northern central. In Chobe, Damien, southern, southeast, Katlen, Kweneng, southern, central, and northeast, it will be partly cloudy and very hot with isolated thunder showers. And I think you can see right now that for this past week, it usually gets a bit dark in the morning, so winter is upon us come the end of this month. Was something different as far as Mukhote and Lihihi are concerned. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Wow, today is one of those days. Get to keep like Obama fresh out mo pitting. Oh, I want us to That's how I feel walking outside.
It's so funny how we are fresh. I get fit with people.
No, I'm talking about just
still
the feeling of heat.
Also, our camera lady here.
Wow.
Every single day when I walk in here, she's forever eating. I don't know. At home, Luana, are you like that? One of our camera crew right here, Arhasaji in the mood. Korarhaka not 3 hours, Saisaji, Achuhili. So I don't know what that usually happens. You not me personal life. She likes food. But anyway, a very good morning to you. DUMELA BOTSWANA breakfast. One more day. And 2 more days we get to see Lesotho Chombo on that big stage. Miss World. We are here Monday all the way through to Friday. Between 6 and 8. And today, it is a Thursday. You know that we do have people of Botswana Post a bit later right here on the show.
And I'm going to take this opportunity, thank you very much, to say good morning to you too. And I'm glad to be here this beautiful morning, starting the day and making sure that you have all the right information that can push you through and get you everywhere you want to be at the right time. And today, speaking of the heat, right, a certain animal scientist, livestock supplement feeding, we're in the drought season.
Yeah.
Not only are we just suffering from the heat, there are certain effects that are happening to our livestock. So make sure that this is a conversation that you want to be part of, which will be happening within this hour, right? I love the smiles of today. You're just making me smile and laugh, and I love that, you know. I think every morning should start with laughter, but laughter is the best medicine. Do you agree?
I do. Laughter and just being content.
Yes.
Laughter and just being content. Kind of how the content, no matter what happens, you are able to smile.
But everything. You know, they say I laugh at everything, and I'm like, yeah, you have to find humor in the little things. I think that's what we can do today, find humor in the little things.
What are the people that are surrounding you?
Hence why I'm just grabbing.
We chit chat about what exactly is happening around the world. And of course, last week Miss World, India. Let's go and get fit with B-Commerce.
over the past 30 years. We have been involved in many lives. We say thank you for trusting us to be your preferred medical aid provider. Most importantly, we want to thank the more than 82,000 principal members that have made us Botswana's #1 medical aid.
Welcome to Get Fit with Bipomas. My name is Biki Mutingwa. Today's session is the fit bend. So we're going to learn how to use this rubber thing. We call it resistance band or fit bend. So you want to lose weight, you want to burn fat. There's a weight, this rubber will help you, okay? Before we start, so we're gonna start with warm up. It's gonna take 1 minute. Are you guys ready? So right here, you're just gonna stretch the muscles. We start. Let's go. Right here. Take it down. Let's go. Touch your toes. Let's go. Come on. Switches, then you go up. Stretch your arms all the way above your head. Okay. Now we go. We're gonna do squats. You're gonna go down, then you push it out, then up. We go. Down, push it out, in and up. Okay. Watch it. Down, push, and up. Let's go. Keep going. You push your bums back. Okay, back straight. Down. Push your knees out. Yes, let's go. Down. Right there. Come on, guys. Keep going. Down. Push it out and up. Let's go. Easy. Down. Slowly down and up. Go. Up. Down. Push it out. In and out. Let's go. Up. Yes. Come on. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Whew. Now we're gonna jump. You hear? Jump side, then jump. Okay. 4, 3, 2, go. You go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You squat. There. Down. Hup. Down. Hup. Watch my arms. If you can't do that, just stay here. Stay. Okay. I know coordination in a long run. Then you just go, watch me. I'm just ta-ta, easy, ta-ta. But if you can, you lift, then you drop your arms. Then relax. Okay. Whew. I'm gonna use this mat there. Now, it's 1 and back. 2, 4, 3, 2. Arms up, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch legs. Same thing. 4, 3, 2, go. Hop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give me 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay.
ke tsa sebaka se ke go dimedisa ke go amagele mo tsatsing la bone ke go tshwaretse jalo dikgang tsa metshameko gareng ga tsena gore ta lebella mo tsela gompieno gore ta lebella jalo ke le khotela Botswana Tennis Association re bele jalo stapa sa rona sa karate ba eleng gore ba simolla dikgaisanyo tsa bone mo tsatsing la gompieno ba le ka ko Accra ka ko Ghana me re ta lebella jalo the previews ya first division gore gona mme di thapa di ipankanya ka tselentseng jang ke be jalo ka first division south stapa sa the Zebras le bone ke dinge tsa eleng gore ta lebella DStv Premiership metshameko ya Europa League Conference Cup Games Champions League ga mmogo jela le metshameko ele ya NBA melegale a re simolle go ba le khotela Botswana Tennis Association go leng gore moeteledipele wa le khotela re wa itithipo ta ba re ba jalo mo dinakong ka the 6 weeks of World International Tennis Tournament tse ta bondi simolla jalo ka April go ithelen jalo ka October 2024 ka gore ba di thalosa jalo gore ba tatisa jalo around 300 players ba ta jalo mo lehatsheng la Botswana ba tswa jalo ka ko America ba tswa ko Europe rest of Africa ga mmogo jalo le ko Asia ha bua ka le khota la Botswana Tennis Association ke lengwe la le khota a ileng gore ba tshegetsa tota mehela ya ka utwa ba ta ba simolla jalo go tshegetsa ka kgwedi yone ele ya April go itheleng jalo ka kgwedi ya October di mmalwanyana di tournament tse leng gore ba tanna le tsone bone ba le khotela Botswana Tennis Association ta ba rena ntse re go ba mo dinakong gore gone mme go latelana ka tselentseng jang melagale a re utwe jalo mo gore wa itse thipe.
This year we're going to be hosting 6 weeks of World ITF junior tournaments. These tournaments are going to start on the weekend of the Easter holidays. And then they'll go on for 2 weeks until the 12th of April. From there, we'll have another 2 weeks in August, and then another 2 weeks in October. These tournaments will be expecting a whole lot of players that will be coming from across the world to come and get valuable international points that enables them to play your Junior Wimbledon, your Junior French Open, US Open. On our side, we're expecting that our players who are also pushing for the Junior Grand Slam spots would be Mark Nawa, who's now ranked around 370, Chelsea, Naledi Ragen, and Tungamile, who won the Africa Junior Championships last year. So these 6 weeks will be able to give all our players that are currently based here or based outside the country platform to perform in front of the local crowd and get those valuable points. In addition to these 6 weeks, we're also trying to host the qualifiers of the Davis Cup in June. The Davis Cup is like the World Cup of tennis. It's actually the biggest annual competition, team competition in the world. So we're planning on hosting the Davis Cup, the men's side, in June. This would increase increase the tournaments that we'll be hosting to almost 7 weeks, which is really good because if you consider the traffic that will be coming to Botswana, staying in the hotels, using our airlines, it will be really good for sports tourism.
really good for sport tourism. Me harin terle mo go tsena mo tsa tennis wa ka itela re Mark Nawa we le gore o ka kwa South Africa ka ko Potchefstroom a ile go tsenela metshameko ya J100 and his partner ke bua jalo ka sia tatabile his partner is Jordan George ba khonne go hitela jalo ko the semi-finals tsone ele tsa J100 ba ra go ga gore re ba bone ba fenya jalo motshameko a bone 6-3 ke tsone tsele go di diragala re tla go ba jalo mo dinakong gore gone me bobedi bo bo irile ka tsele ntseng jang o tla le ba jalo ka ko Ghana mo baking e tang ga go tsenela jalo yone metshameko ele ya Africa Games e tshwaretsong ka ko Accra re ntse re le mo go tsone tsa Accra re lebile stapa sa rona sa karate ba ileng gore ba simolla jalo dikgetsana mo tsetseng la gompieko ba tlhalosa jalo gore nyathe ba go rogile sente o ka itsela gore ngwe di sporting code tseleng gore ba tsere ka motsotsonyano a bohelo wa bona gore ba hetang tsena lanthanele gore re romela di code di le 9 ebe re tatsa dipalo ka karate ga mmogo jalo le chess gore ba lebe jalo gone ka ko Ghana ka ko Accra ka ko Africa Games ha bona yala ne le ikatiso ya bone mo tsatsing la maabane me a ruto jalo gore ha re bua le bone mo tsatsing la maabane ba ne ba tlhalosa ba re metshameko ya bone
This is Amandle Nicolette Liburu. I will be fighting under 50 kg tomorrow in the All Africa Games held in Accra, Ghana. We took off from Botswana on the 5th of March and we arrived this morning on the 6th. I would say we're a bit fatigued, but that's not an issue. We start competitions tomorrow and we've been training, putting in the extra effort, and I'd say that's all we need because as a team, I'd say we're solid.
I'll be doing individual kata, female, and I'll be fighting under 55 kg. We took off on the 5th. We had a really long flight, but we are not too exhausted for the tournament tomorrow.
My name is Lekabo Sagano. I'll be representing the country in the categories under 68 kg, female kumite, team kata, and team kumite. We arrived yesterday and the preparations are going really well and we hope to bring good results.
Mela, my name is Mofonus Woman. They know me by the name The Talabist. I'll be fighting 175 kilograms and this will be my second time at Africa Games and I promise it's going to be a dogfight. Botswana, tune in and let's go! Usha!
Let's go, Usha.
Let's go, Usha. Mela beki potsa because ke batho ba ileng gore ba tsene go bohelong. What does this mean in terms of perhaps because Ghana we you are going for a competition, the way we prepare and cutting is different from how it's or there is nothing saying what you are going to do.
I mean, you look at karate hela historically, they do bring results, but this time around, even if they don't bring any medal, now I wouldn't be surprised. And you look at karate, there has been a lot of instabilities. Kako, that association, a lot has been going on. Mihela, I'll say the consoling part is the fact that managed to send the team. Last minute, they managed for the team. When you send karate to such games, we know karate you go with a team of more than 15 athletes or karatekas. Only 4 or 5 or so, and
they'll dominate also.
They'll do well.
Tennis, even though I know the association your nets things are all over the place. They always bring results.
Fingers crossed for them. Artijana mohotsa karate rita go ba jalo mo dina kongore ditapase ba thotse ba dirile ka tselentseng ntjanya ka le gore ba simolola jalo the competition mo tsela gompieko a lebella jalo ipankanyo ya ditapatsa first division ya ka metshameko e tabo e boa o itsela gore gareng ga metshameko e leng gore tabari lebile re tabana jalo stapasa Toronto notwane ba mogala tota ke stapasa Tlokong United ke mengwe ya metshameko e leng gore e teng metshameko mengwe e leng gore taba re lebile thata mahelo beke ano e taba le stapasa UB Hawks ya ka ba kopana le stapasa Prisons BTV Sport ine ya tsa matsapa ya etela jalo the training ya notwane Tlokong United ga mmogo le UB Hawks
re ne re lebeletse match wa bone ka weekend wa Orange mare re prepare sentle for not one learner sorry recently mare ra leka gore re tla re simolola go ira sentle mo team ya rona 80% ke di season player di tshamekile go Premier League ba motivate I think 40% ya bone ha sa rena tiro e pentsi na le coach or technical team ya rona ha ina tiro entse ya go motivate na go entse ke tsontsong di senior players tse di motivate ntse nna di pusha gore no a re tsweng.
Preparations it's a weekend game that are going well. We are preparing for Tlokwe. It's an away game. To us it's a must win because we are in the red flag. It's one of the games that we have to collect maximum points so that it can give us at least one up movement so that we see ourselves fighting for this relegation early tomorrow. They are a tough challenge, a tough team to face. We played them first round and we drew. For now we have to go because they'll be at their home ground. Now it's going to be much tough. Mihala, with the trust on our boys, we believe we are going to collect maximum points.
Prison is a very experienced team. They are from Premier League. We have seen them play their cup game. We went and watched them up. They are a very stable team. And if you look at it, the first round we played them up, we played to all draw. And you could tell they know what they're doing and they play with the experienced players. In this preparation, we want to use probably speed. We want to capitalize in speed or high tempo game because I know they would break if we keep up our tempo. So the whole week today is to focus on raising up our tempo and see whether they can match that. Otherwise, besides tempo, we're back into the league. It's not the same like the one that we had, where the result has to come. League, you play with a planned program or you play with a planned system to win the game, compared to that one, where you know definitely the result has to be one wins or the other one goes.
With full fixtures, the First Division South Motor still like Amosara, come like the Zabras, Balo, Horlesa, Banamotilla, Mabane, Lokotala, BOTSWANA Football Association. But the Zabras are set to kick off the Four Nations tournament to guide the local battles. This coming FIFA week, a better international Four Nation friendly tournament Kakola Hasela, Madagascar. Battles of the Pasos are the Zabras Batatan Mokampe Mobiking Etang, March 14th, Peleba, Lebajalo Kako, Antananarivo, Kako, Madagascar, March 18, Ele Honeho, Leka Jalon, and Tabai Pankanya, Tajalo Metamiko Yabonea, Group G, Guelon Algeria, Guinea, Uganda, Mozambique, and Somalia. Metameko ya World Cup qualifiers. Habatalosa Horas Tapasos at the Zabras. Itareka Friday March 22nd. Ebebakopana le Rwanda pe BOTSWANA. It's a Burundi on Monday the 25th. This coming FIFA week Harlibile stop pass the Zabras. The Zabras South Africa Metameko ya DSTV Premiership. Let's Mototilla Let's Richards Bay Bafenya stop. Yo ba fentse ke Chipa United ka nno tse tharo go lefela gare ga metshameko e mengwe e leng gore e ne e tshamekiwa ne re bana jalo Orlando Pirates ba tshameka maleka 1-1 le Cape Town Spurs pele ga the Soweto Derby ke ha ba draw ba ka Juju Mechi rather astapasa sekukuni ba letse ba fanya Royal AM ka nno le ngo go lefela Mamelodi Sundowns TS Galaxy motshameko no wa tusuliso ya mara ga go TS Galaxy ba bone jalo bubasi ya bone ban involved in an accident. Mitsu Passport le Polokwane City lo ne motshameko o ona ba tusuliso Mamelodi Sundowns ba go godimo ka 42 points, Stellenbosch 31 points, Cape Town City 31 points, Supersport 31 points. In case you are wondering before Soweto Derby where the Soweto teams are, Orlando Pirates spot number 5 banale 30 points, ha ama Khosi Belemo spot number 6 banale 29 points. So yo winanka weekend o ta khona go tola yo mongwe ke tsone tse le go di a diragala jalo ka ha South Africa re lebile metshameko ele ya DSTV Premiership. After Mohoza DSTV Premiership, Europa League. It's Thursday night football, and some of us, our teams are playing the Thursday night football. Masamiko Mungo to Tamika Mutilama Banerba Sapasa Spotile Atalanta Basameka Maleka 1-1. Matila Rumpe Queta Reka to 8. sehlopha sa Roma ba kopana jalo le sehlopha sa Brighton ntse le ka kwara to 8 sehlopha sa Sparta Praha bana le Liverpool elong gore they'll be happy that Mohamed Salah is back before the game against Manchester City ibile o tsamaile le sehlopha sone so sa Liverpool ka go Sparta Praha. Good news of Liverpool. Mme o ka itse re motshameko mongwe tene re ta bana jalo sehlopha sa FK ba kopana le Leverkusen motshameko kwa kwara to 8 sehlopha sa AC Milan ba bana jalo le Slavia Praha sehlopha sa SC Freiburg bana le sehlopha sa West Ham ha Benfica ena le Rangers Marseille e kopana le sehlopha sa Villarreal yone motshameko ya tshameko ya motsesela gompieko ele ya Europa League. From Europa League re bala jalo the UEFA Europa Conference League matches gore motshameko ya taba yeme ya taba na sehlopha sa Graz bana jalo le sehlopha sa Losk sehlopha sa Olympiacos ba kopana le sehlopha sa Aviv sehlopha sa Molde ba kopana jalo le Club Brugge sehlopha sa Ajax. This one is going to be an interesting one. Bana le sehlopha sa Aston Villa sehlopha sa Union Saint Gallows bana le sehlopha sa Fenerbahce mme motshameko mongwe terta bana jalo sehlopha sa Maccabi Haifa bana le jalo le sehlopha sa Fiorentina sehlopha sa Zagreb bana jalo le sehlopha sa PAOK sehlopha sa Servette bana jalo le sehlopha sa Pilsen ke motshameko e leng gore ya tshamekiwa e le metshameko ya Europa Conference League. A re bella bo mogolo a bone ka ko Champions League gore metshameko e le tshamekile mo tsatsing la maabane ba letse ba dirile ka tselentseng jang le tsere sa Manchester City ba leka ko Etihad ba mogetse jalo sehlopha sa Copenhagen hela ya ka ba dirile in the first round ba fentse sehlopha sa Copenhagen ka notse tharo go elengwe. They did that yesterday gore aggregate Manchester City ba khonne go fenya motshameko a bone 6-2 mme motshameko mongwe no le teng ene ele ka ko Santiago Bernabeu go le gore sehlopha sa Real Madrid ba ba gone ka ko ba mogetse jalo sehlopha sa RB Leipzig motshameko le gore re bone dithapa ka bobedi di hetsa jalo ka 1-1 se se ra gore sehlopha sa Real Madrid ba hetela jalo ko the quarterfinals ka aggregate ile ya 2-1 ha le bella jalo dithapa tsenne tse di tsetseng di iponetse phata jalo in the quarterfinals ke sehlopha sa Real Madrid gona le sehlopha sa Manchester City sehlopha sa Bayern Munich ha mmogo jalo le sehlopha sa Paris Saint-Germain. Atsela mo go tsa Champions League re bella metshameko ele ya NBA ya ne before I came on air before I came on air the Lakers were blowing out the Kings and then I'm just looking at this update. I'm like, what is happening in Los Angeles? But anyway, pele hanga bua jalo ka motshameko wa the Lakers a re belle e leng gore e hedile metshameko sehlopha sa Chicago Bulls ba fentse sehlopha sa Utah Jazz 119-117. Cavaliers ba khonne go fengwa ke sehlopha sa Hawks ba ba fenya jalo 112-101 ha sehlopha sa Grizzlies ba fentse sehlopha sa Philadelphia Sixers ba ba fenya 115-109. 122-116 ke score sa the Clippers ba fenya sehlopha sa Houston Rockets ha sehlopha sa Magic ba fentse the Wizards 119-109. motshameko le gore ile go ikhutsa sehlopha sa OKC kana Thunder ba eteletse pele sehlopha sa Trail Blazers 65-57 mme motshameko mongwe le gore o teng yo sehlopha sa Milwaukee Bucks bana le sehlopha sa Stephen Curry sa the Warriors sehlopha sa the Warriors ba mo third quarter tsamena jalo le 10 minutes tsamaile moyalo on the 10th minute sehlopha sa the Warriors they are leading the Bucks 78-60 mme motshameko le gore ke bua ka one it's in the second quarter with 5 minutes before half time sehlopha sa the Los Angeles bana le sehlopha sa the Kings. This is a game that the Lakers have to win with everything. Sehlopha sa the Kings they are leading sehlopha sa the Lakers 50-48. I believe they'll get a win sehlopha sa the Lakers mme hona le taba tshamekwa jalo makuku ala bothano matshameko ye itse re tabana sehlopha sa Timberwolves ba kopane le sehlopha sa Indiana Pacers. Brooklyn Nets e tabana le sehlopha sa the Pistons ha sehlopha sa Miami Heat bana le sehlopha sa the Mavericks. If you're a Laker fan like me, you are hoping that the Heat win this game. Mme motshameko mongwe teng sehlopha sa the Raptors bana jalo le sehlopha sa Phoenix Phoenix Suns sehlopha sa bo Kevin Durant, sehlopha sa Spurs ba na le sehlopha sa the Kings, mme sehlopha sa Chicago Bulls ba tla bo ba kopana le sehlopha sa Golden State Warriors. A big one mo tsatsing la ka moso sehlopha sa the Celtics, sehlopha seo sa bo Tatum ba tla ba amogela jalo sehlopha sa Denver Nuggets. Ke motshameko e leng gore e tla bo e tshamekiwa jalo mo tsatsing go la ka moso. I'll say that starting at 2 a.m. We tell gore o wa Celtics ga mego jalo le Denver ke motshameko wa tla bo wa tshamekiwa jalo ka 5 o'clock bona a re kgaogana bona ke go lebella NBA sente ke nwa le metsi in case the Lakers stresses me out. I don't bet.
Okay.
I don't. Nah, I don't bet. I just watch. I don't want stress. Sa gore ke jalwa madi ka hand this and that. Nope. A re ga gana ha ka tsa metshameko re kopala le tsona kgante jana metselo semele bothano mora ga nako ya bosupa. Ha re tla ba re buisana jalo le moeteledipele wa lekgotla Botswana Athletics Association re Moses Banze re utwe jalo gore ka kwa AGM ya bone ke ntse leng gore ba ne ba di bua go yempele re ka sologela eng ka go lekgotleleo la Botswana Athletics Association.
Lovely. Na wetso gone ha re setse re boa ka fa tla be le gone gore la tla ba tsena mo pisana ya go ya ntlha mo tsatsi la gompieno ha tla re khantele e be re tsa dikgantsa rena e le tsa ntlha mo tsatsi la gompieno e le khanka teme ya Setswana mme ka se sebaka tla re tsamela re go jesa leitlho monate through Discover Botswana ya ka re tla be re etetse Masa Gardens.
re le bantsi re kgona go tsena mo lehelong o bo le mo gore go ha ke a go rata mme re sa ile tlhoko gore gone mme hela re go ratisiwa keng kante go dirilwe ke bontle jo bo dirilweng ka landscaping go lemilwe ditlhare go ntse phepa go khabisitse gompieno re mo ra sesa mo Masa Gardens re tle bo re na le mme Maphira re tlhalosetsa gore gone mme hela mo gardening ya gagwe mo khabisa jang le gona a bontshiwa keng a le motswa ke eng gore a be eng ha gae gore go kgona go tlakisa Batswana.
So I want to talk about Masa Gardens gore e simolotse kae e bile ile o leba le hatsi le o bore o batla go achieve ang hela senta o le lebile yana
emma dumelang Batswana ke bitswa Mbi Konipiri ke nna monga Masa Garden, a project that I started with my late husband Jobson Botapiri. May his soul rest in peace. The project started in 2013 ha ke tlogela tiro ka bonana. This project ne ra isimolla after we had a super passionate rona mo gardening mo jarateng ene re nna mo go yone, and people were keen to know and also utilize the facilities tse ne re na le tsone halapeng. So because my husband had this plot, I told him gore I think we can expand and this can be a viable project. So that is where the project started, which was basically out of passion and love for trees. So it started in piecemeal. Ya ka o bona gore ha o lebella ka ha molemeng ka ha kana ke moja re simolotse ka yone lo niele le dithatsananyana tse di kgabisitseng tse di bitswang di juranta tse di le kananyana re di reka go ga borone bo bo mme ba rekisang dithari re nna re jala re nna re nosetsa.
Which type of trees are there, or which ones can we mostly find around here?
When we started, we wanted to go for evergreens. Evergreens, looking at the fact that mariga o itela ile gore go nna go setha bojang ya ka le buitse gore whether it's lone kana bojang ba naga ha go nna mariga bona le go sethahala bo tshubiwa ke frost. So we opted mostly for the evergreens tse le di bonang di jurantas le di palm trees, which are mostly tropical plants. Tse e leng gore ne re eletsa gore di tsene di add that feel ya gore go mahatsheng ana le weather e seng ha shaka ya rona ka re itse. And the nice part of it is di heletse le tsone di itshwarella. So le ha go le mariga o itela ile gore the green is still there, and go ntse go attract dinonyane, the insects and all those things. Tse e leng gore di enhance the beauty of the natural habitat. We also came about project ya go jala the fruit trees tse le di bonang tse bo dinamune le dinaraki tse leng gore we brought them in gore le tsone re nne re ungwa sengwe, and it has been flourishing since then.
moment you wonder, what can inspire me apart from places I can relax, but what can I bring home? So ke tle ke itirela ke iparela gore le nna ha ke le Motswana ke batla go itirela a beautiful garden such as this one. This is where I can gain my inspiration from. Today we took a drive down to Masa Gardens all the way Korasesa to check out the landscape of this beautiful garden. Ha re bua jana re bua ka landscape re bua gore a ditlhare tsa nna le tsa bana le tsone ke tse di ntseng jang ebile gore ba di keep gore di nne di ntle jana ba ira yang. It's all about green, it's all about beauty, it's all about what you can take away from this. So make your way out here, find out what we found out, how to upkeep, how to bring it to life, and how to make it as green as possible all year round. And we are back on the DUMELA Botswana Breakfast Show, proudly sponsored by Botswana Post on this beautiful Thursday morning. Hello, Umulimi Murui. This is a conversation that you want to be part of or something you want to listen to. Have your questions ready. Later, I'm going to give you her context because I feel like this is the person you need to talk to. She is an animal scientist by the name of Topiwa Maditswanyego. And today, specifically about animal feeding, animal feeds during the drought season. Why it's Rihanna and it's a sad reality for Balimi Barui, but this is something that could help you and your livestock. Hi, Tops.
Hello.
I said I'm going to use the word Tops. You have the name Tops.
Everybody uses Tops.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
I think we brought in the bit of the heat inside the studio to make you feel like Totala when we're talking about the heat wave.
No, I'm good.
You're good. All right. Hey. It's a very sad time for farmers.
It is.
We never know when. Sometimes we feel like just because it's hot, but the effects of the heat have affected livestock and the environment. But
Tataluba means hagosena dijo. Because mostly Rona as livestock farmers, we depend on the forage, that is the rangeland out there. So ha dijo di sewa hela totally go sena pulo kilone luba ya ka gona go sena pulo, or it's actually drying up. Let me just say pulo right now. It's bad. No, it's bad.
It's very bad. Let's talk about, obviously we have backup measures in times like this. Let's talk about supplementary feeding, right, for livestock. What are the specific things that we should be looking at? Okay, first, now I want to get into supplementary feeding. Take me through the process. Where do I go? What information do I need? And what certain animals do I look at?
Let's talk about certain animals you look at. You look at your valuable animals, like your pregnant animals, because you want to produce it. And then you look at the ones that are musa. So those are the animals that you look at. And then the minerals or the nutrients that you look at your protein, because it's a nama, we are selling for the muscle. That's why it could be BMC 42 per kg. So it means you are selling the muscle. So your muscle is what? It's protein.
Yeah.
And then for the protein to be absorbed in the body of the animal, it needs energy. That is what you're going to be looking at. That protein, that muscle, in calcium and phosphorus. And then for that phosphorus to be absorbed, it's also calcium. And then the protein also to be broken down, so those are the nutrients that we are actually looking at. And those are the ones that we focus mostly on.
There's so many parts to it, there's so many nutrients and minerals that one would need to look at. Are there certain feeds that bring everything? How would you live?
Well, the feed manufacturers, they try gore ba kgone go tsisa di-feed tse leng gore they have every other nutrient, but some of the premixes are expensive le bone ithele di ba palla gore ba kgone go di balance. So what matters is, of course, it's a balanced feed, which means you're going to have to buy from like different feeds gore o kgone go meet the requirements of the animal.
Tla re lebe momorui wa o senang kore o senang much, you know, to go on about. I mean, the economy is already crashing, and most of us are looking at our livestock, our primary source of income, and right now it's suffering. Are there primary things that we should, the bare minimum? So Karing, this is the very important things that you really need to have as far as supplementary feeding.
We all know that Botswana soils lack calcium and phosphorus. So I would say, I wouldn't call it bare minimum, but it's one thing that you should have, like your dicalcium phosphate, because there's nothing really. It's like an all year round thing. And then I've noticed you supplement from January to December calciums. We have products that are Lubene, it's about P8 plus sulfur. It has the sulfur, it has the magnesium, it has the calcium, and it has the phosphorus. So at least if you could have that, they come in leaks, they come in blocks. So I guess that's the bare minimum.
That's the bare minimum. Oh, okay. You know, we're looking at GMOs sometimes. These are genetically modified products. We want organic. Organic, the grass that comes from the ground. Are there any risk factors that are associated with supplementary feeding?
Of course, there are risk factors. The supplements are high in urea, and some farmers don't know how to feed urea, and they end up run at the risk of urea poisoning and killing their animals. And then in terms of GMOs, Botswana, we don't do GMO. You know, we are the most, we are the most natural, people. So the GMO, there's no risk at all, because even the Minister of Agriculture has made sure that those things. So we are really organic producers, the best organic producers in the world.
I love to hear that. We do have the best beef in the world,
and
I think it's very important that we do take care of it the right way. So we need to understand how supplementary feed or that. How do you bring in the frequencies and the scheduling of that? Do you have certain times where you say, okay, right now I'm going to stop, or I'm just going to continue out through the season? The supplementary feeding.
For people who haven't been supplementing, you have to introduce the feed gradually, which means you're going to be feeding both 3 times in a week, and then 2 times they go great. But for those who have been supplementing, I would say stick to keeping your feeds inside pens and then just feed them full time, because really there's nothing out there for your animals to go and great.
All right, I'm hearing both, or there's sometimes people that have been using despite the seasonal change, right? What is the importance of that, or do you recommend that people should be using supplementary feeding regardless, or it's better to just use what's available to you at that?
I would say it's better to always supplement, always, like always. You should have a leak in your farm, whether it's energy leak, production leak, winter leak, because they serve different purposes. Your production leaks is for the animals that are actually producing, the ones with the young ones, and then you have your winter leaks with those minerals and vitamins that your animals need, and then you have your energy leaks that are actually high in energy and high in protein. So it's actually best to have these supplements all year round. Like I said, Botswana soils lack calcium and phosphorus. Being in this industry for the time that I've been.
How long has it been?
10 or 12 years now.
Expert level now.
Yes,
expert right now.
Thank you, expert level now. So there is lack of selenium, there is lack of manganese. We are experiencing a lot of abortions because of these minerals. So it's just best to always have a supplementary feed in your farm in form of a leek, in form of a block, because you are going to prevent a lot of your problems or issues that are going to arise.
I'm thinking what obviously the soil Mogaborone or the southern part of Botswana is different from the soil, let's say, in the northern part of Botswana, right? When we're looking at such factors, do they also have influence on the type of feed that you should be going for location-wise? It's something that is just an all-round situation.
In terms of calcium and phosphorus, it's an all-round situation. In terms of selenium, it's an all-round situation. But in terms of generally pulo hela like pastures, people in the southern region, there's no land this side. So they are mostly affected in terms of because there's not really much to go out there because a lot of it this side is the towns. So really keeping animals this side is a hassle. You're going to be feeding your animals. Well, in the north we have land. They can, they need to supplement, but it's better than this side.
All right, before we get into talking about, I just want to encourage farmers in this moment. I mean, it's a very trying time for farmers, and and they are very discouraged. What are some of the words of encouragement that you can give farmers? This is actually something that can help them, because there are no options available for you.
Okay. The best encouragement that I can give to farmers is always supplement, because the animals that have been supplemented all year round affect drought, because they tell in good shape. So when drought finds your animals in bad shape, that's where you are going to lose your animals, because it's actually hard to take an animal, especially because the cost is going to kill you.
Okay.
Weight. So it's best supplement for those who are starting. Like, just don't default on having calcium and phosphorus, that is your dicalcium phosphate. And then also, I want farmers to know that it's okay to sell your livestock. Because it's been so painful watching them losing animals because they couldn't sell. In fact, because it means you're going to save the ones that are the most valuable to you, and then using that money to buy feed for these ones. And then it's easy to multiply your animals, because these days we are all out there, how do you avoid mortalities? And then how do you keep your animals alive? If we are all out there supporting them, it means, come on.
Yeah.
Go in there, do your best.
It's being strategic, right?
Yeah.
I think just as a farmer, it's not about keeping your livestock alive and keeping it. It's understanding that when certain times comes, you do need to put in some strategies that can allow you to keep growing as a farmer, right? Can we talk about water? It's not just feed. There's a lack of water availability. Do the feeds also need large amounts of water also available for you, for the animals? Or is it something, okay, if you have these nutrients, they don't need as much water as they would? I know it's hot, and obviously we do need water, but there's certain minerals in water, or minerals that can, be available in your water, that or supplement in your water that can help the animals.
We should know that the animal's body is made out of 70% of water, which means water is king. Without water, your animals will die. Without water, your animals will die. And with supplementing, they should use the leeks. All leeks have salt. And if they salt, it means there has to be water. And the water has to be clean. Animals love clean water. They actually hate
Okay.
If you provide them clean water, believe you me, they will come back for that clean water. They wouldn't even drink honestly speaking.
nyana ebile ne ke sa itse ne ke ta gore nya ebile a ba ithala a ke re tla re bona ate dikgomonyana hela, you know, by a body of water be re ta gore nya mme
nya da be di filela gore o itse re ke
there's no option.
ha kena option, so why not drink this? But if they have an option, they'll come back for clean water.
All right, so Kilivile farmers that can actually not afford, right? Obviously, we have the government there, which we'll be talking about in the bit. There's certain, I'm sure you've seen certain government agencies trying to help farmers. But this can be by supplementary feed in your controlled environment.
Yeah, well, you can. I've seen people try hydroponics. I don't know how far they've come with that one. I've seen people balema leb. Yeah, and yeah, it does have pros and cons. For me, I would say the pro is once your leb is there, because it's actually best to go into drought or winter. So my best option for them is put your animals in there while that leb is still green. That is when it has the most nutrients. And get it to fatten your animals before the drought. And then when you go into drought, now you're going to maintain. It means you're going to spend it on the cheapest feed to maintain the way that you got in with. The worst mistake that I think they're making is it's harvesting the leb and thinking they can preserve it, and then brown, there is no nutrient or whatsoever in it, and they want to feed it. How feed a leb. But this leb has zero nutrient in it, because now you have dried it to a point where there is really nothing left in it. So it's not of value to you. So the best way is to go with your animals into the drought or into the winter, and then buy the cheapest feed possible. That is your maintenance feed. Luben has such feed that is maintenance feed. How
Even there are types of feeds.
Yes, they are types.
There is the one that builds the muscle.
Exactly.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. So going into drought, so that leb yo ilimileng di lathele ya no go ro heleletse go di tsene di le fresh. So ha di tsena mo le di le fresh, you can buy your maintenance feed, which is actually cheaper than buying something that is going to fatten your animals. You don't need that.
So make sure that you are proactive.
Yes.
Let's not be reactive. Let's be proactive. Okay, we're getting into this season. Let's start with this and then end with that. I'm sure you've been in this industry for a while, and the government is really pushing as farmers we should be what we're doing. Are there certain agencies or what can I say? The funds, okay?
Yeah.
Fundings that you can you've seen work, and the farmers being part of that and saying, okay, no, this was successful for you, and other farmers this is something you can also look into if you are struggling with feeding your livestock during this time.
I think the best thing that the government has done is to subsidize the feed, so that at least the farmer don't feel the pinch of the cost, because the most thing that is unbearable to farmers is the cost of feed. So the subsidy program, I think it has been doing wonders for our farmers. So yeah, they should stick with that. Most of them,
yeah. Yes. All right, Tops. One last question, and I always say this, when it comes to education, do you think our farmers are very educated when it comes to livestock upkeep? Because like supplementary feeds that can help the livestock grow, right? And also like you need to be strategic. You need to know when to sell and when to keep, when to start feeding these type of crops, and when to maintain with your supplementary feeding. But what, in terms of education, do you think our farmers are actually being educated? Do they have the interest of education, and what is the importance of education?
I would say our farmers are actually interested, extremely interested in the education part. I, for one, have hosted a lot of free courses, and the ones that actually like they can come and pay for. I've seen them come to those courses like in large numbers.
There's a lot of interest.
There's a lot of interest. It's beautiful to watch. Honestly, that one, I would give it to them, that I love that they are putting themselves out there
these days. It's better than, you know, back in the days they thought they knew, but these days they know there are experts who know better and they can actually learn from, which is beautiful. I'm also happy with the fact that they're always having farmers' days to help each other, to teach each other. I think the only thing that I'm not happy with is our farmers' associations. I would like them to go out more, to call experts more, and have them teach them as in their own associations, because it's better to work in groups. And it's actually lovely to see these farmers associations being formed in every part of Botswana. The only thing lacking is the education part. Call experts as farmers associations. Say, we are having this, come teach this association about this, which is
go
lovely.
to the people there, because not everybody can be in a centralized location.
Exactly.
So how they need to learn more about that ground and how to upkeep the livestock in that area.
Exactly.
So I think that is a great recommendation. One thing I can say about farmers that I really love and have spoken to a couple of farmers is there's a lot of community within the farmers, right?
There is.
Every location or every farmer that I've spoken to that is doing something, and I think that is the community-based thing that is going to grow the agriculture industry in Botswana. So shout out to all the farmers.
Yeah.
Well done on that. Do you have any last words for me, Tops?
Oh, well, I can only encourage them to start feeding now if they have not started.
Okay.
Because it's already dry out there and the rains have stopped coming, honestly speaking.
There's no hope
just
at
be
this
honest.
point.
Yeah, there's nothing. So they should start now before prices go up, because we'll never know. You know, businesses, they can increase the prices. Once
the economy is very unstable, so you never know what's going to happen.
Once the demand is high and the supply is low, prices go up. So start today. Start buying your feed today. Put it in a storage, so that once the time comes, you have feed already. You don't have to start from scratch, and you also don't have to find yourself buying the price where
you are desperate.
Yeah,
now,
where
and
you are
have
desperate.
More, and then it just becomes tedious.
Get 5 bags every month or 10 bags every month. Keep them in storage, and then once you see that then you can take your feed and feed, because you can keep your feed for at least a year in storage.
Okay, that's good.
So it's safe to actually just buy and keep it there until when you have to feed your animals. It's actually cheaper.
Okay, yeah, no, thank you so much, Tops. And I think the getaway from this is don't be discouraged. You know, there are types of ways, the alternative methods that are there at your disposal. All you have to do is find the right things for your livestock.
Exactly.
And get the information on how to do.
All right,
Tops, thank you so much for joining me today. And that is an animal scientist, talking about alternative or supplementary feeding during the drought season. You've heard her messages. I don't think I need to add on to that. And thank you very much for her to join me. I hope that you've taken away something. But from here to the news at 7. BOTSWANA.
Botswana Athletics Association on Saturday ba tshwere jalo the annual general meeting me go ta go itwa jalo ka dingwe tse leng gore di ne di buiwa gone ka ko taketse sebaka se ke mo sebe ka mogale jalo mo etele dipele wa lekgota leo ke bua jalo ka re Moses Pantse re bantsi madumeng kgonne.
Yeah, me ke dumedise le ba reitsi ba go karao.
Era. A go ngwebile re simolla ka tse leng gore di ne di ragala on Friday. You know, the good news gore le BAA you were launching your website.
Tota hela maikallo a rona re le go Botswana Athletics ke gone gore re godise motshameko mme kana tshwantse re godise ka ditsela tse tsotetse le gone go baakanya ditsamaiso. Irile ka la bothano ra be re launcha website mme tota re e bitsa digital management system because ya go re tela tse dintsi ya go re thusa mo mathateng a mangwe a re ntse re na nao kana mo ditsamaisong tse dingwe tse ne e le gore ne re sa kgone go di hitelela mme ne ra atega mmeyara wa ga boro ne re Abraham Augustine o nata gore launchetsa yone website eo ka Friday.
Right. Ya re lehetsa go launcha website ya lona ka mathatso e be le a jalo go khuruthamageng ya lona gongwe ebile a re simollehelang kgonne ka go itse gore a tsothe di affiliate tsa lona di ne di le teng ka go khuruthamageng eo pele re ka tsana jalo mo dikganyeng tse leng gore le ne le di atata gone ka kwa.
Re na le di affiliate di ka nna 25 mme bothe ba ne ba le teng. We had a full house for a very long time. Di affiliate tsa rona tsothela ne di le teng. Mo ne ga gore je sa monate ka gore tota hela kana ha re ya ko di AGM kana go di phutegong tsa moita ke gone go ileng gore le ba iteledi pele kana board ya be ya go bega e bega se ntseng se dira se bonang gore se tshwanetse gore se re dire se go bewe vision ko pele gore tota re maikaelelo keng gore re godise motshameko wa mabelo mo Botswana.
Gona mme sa le ka le tsana ke dumela ke konga 2022 ha ke sa ho se re bantsi 23 last year gore sa le ka le tsana le ka re le itumelela eng se leng gore la se dira le board dipithalo tsa lona so far?
Di mmalwanyana ka gore ha re tsena so sa ntha se ne ra se dira ke gona gore re dire moalo wa gore kana molao motheo ro sele morago mongwe a tsene ra di sala morago ke gona gore re leke gore re thome dikomiti tsene di tshwanetse ka molao motheo ko di regioning dikomiti tse di tshwanang bo coaches committee bo competition committee jalo jalo mme phithelo e nngwe tona ke gona gore re be re kgona gore re oketse badiredi ba tsa metshameko bogolo yang ba re ba bitsang di World Athletics referees ba ne ntse re ba bitsa di technical officials mo ngwageng o hitile re ne ga registera online ba le around 32 mme mo go bone half ya bone ba kgonne pithelelo ebile hetse le di full time athletics referees. So mo go rang gore gone mo ke pithelelo nne ra romela bakatisi ka go harologana ko mahatsheng a tshwanang bo South Korea a tshwanang bo Kenya bangwe ba dira online gone mo ke dipithelelo mme tona ke yone ya go launcha website for a very long time an organization e tshwanang Botswana Athletics e le gore ga e batla go ikgodisa mme go na le maranyane re mo digital era gompieno ana re tshwanetse ra dirisa maranyane ra go kotsa go dirisa dipampiri gone mo hela mo ke phithelo e tona go heta tse tsothetse.
Great. Gona mme ko khuduthamageng dingwe tsa dikgang tse leng gore le ne le di atata re bantsi ne le the main points tse leng gore motho a ka re from that AGM le ka re nya mme se ke se leng gore re se phikile as the board we have to sit down re bone gore go empele re ira yang.
Di nile le tswane di mmalwanyana mme aka o itse gore kana go na le structure go na le gore ha o simolla tautona he moalo a gagwe ba secretariat le bone ba soboke ba he mola wa gagwe le ba madi ba le bone ba ntshepego ya bone mme tse re di phikileng tota tsene di tshwenya batho ke gone gore tsamaiso ka ko botekniking le ka ko botsamaising di tshwanetse tsa lolama re ska ra abelela mme tsone tseo phenyo ya tsone ya go nna yone digital management system ka gore ga re sa thola ra go nna le go tunya ke rometse ko office misplaces bone ka bo bone ba go itsenyetsa mo maranyane ko ona ba dira sengwe le sengwe sa dio tsene ra bua thata ka tsone ene ya nna anti-doping re na le bothata jo bo sekana ka sebeketa be ke iphitha ka monwana mo anti-doping re tshwanetse ra involve mo kana ra mongwe le mongwe a nna le seabe mo go lwantsheng anti-doping e setse re seemo se se go godimo thata mo go rona tse dingwe ke gone hela gore gone kgolo ya rona re batla go godisa mabelo ka tsela e ntseng ja ra amile because ga re sa gompieno le ha re dumela gore se ta nna teng school sport mme rona re dira eng mo nakong e ke sone se re be re dumelana ka mogopolo wa gore community sport ke nngwe ya dio tse di ta godisa le ga ne di-club tse dingwe ne di belaela gore nya ke eng le rana nya rona tumelo ya rona ke gore re tabe re godisa tsone di-club ka gore ga di na phethelelo ya gore di ye go goroga ko tengyana teng mme ga re goroga ko tengyana teng re le lekgotla bone yaanong ba ta kgona go ungwelwa mo baneng bone bao le gone gore yaanong kgwediso ya ngwana kana for a very long time ngwana wa mosetsana o ntse a le ko morago mme re dira yang gore re mo atumetse le ene re mo godisa hela yaka mosimane mo mabelong a se ka a salela ko morago kana mo motshameko in general ke dingwe tse e leng gore ne ra di bua ka botalo ra ba ra dumelana ka tsone
sengwe se e leng gore le ne la se bua re bantsi ke gore di-marathon tse re kile ra bua ka tsone ka ga di leng dintsi ka teng gore go santse go kolutiwa ba e leng gore ba fentse le ga bangwe bone ba re nyame tauto na rona re duetse le re le ba run gaps by night mme o ne wa dimensiona bo o rapa bo ko bungano ga ke le bitsa sentle gore ke dingwe tse e leng gore di a tshwenya le ira go le kae le ba engage go le kae re bantsi gore ko phelong ya letsatsi go duela ba gore ba fentse ka motse go tabe gote la ba bona ke re batho ba mabelo and ha re batho ba mabelo automatically you are saying Botswana Athletics Association
tota ngwe a tsone ke yone ya di-marathon kana ya di-road races e tshwenyang jaaka o setse o tswa go bua ke ne ka lekodisa phuthego gore o santse re kolota batho kana yaanong at the end of the day ke BAA re kolota batabogi re kolota from Orapa half marathon, Gumbogalo, Francistown marathon, gaps by night. Le maabane ana le tsikentse ke amogela batabogi ba mpotsa gore tsamaya kae mme ka boammaaruri ke gore one re ba setse morago ra ba kwalela la bobedi ke gore maabane bone etse re tshwetso ya gore jaanong re ba he notice mo go rang gore se sang go diragala ke gore ba tshwanetse gore ba duele batabogi mme sa bobedi ra go sekaseka gore a mme re ta nna re tswelela le bone sa boraro ke gore re le di-affiliates re dumelane re na le go mo go teng hosting guidelines tse e leng gore ha e le gore karabo o batla go host as an event organizer o batla go host o tshwanetse gore go ne le ditemana tse a tshwanetseng gore a di hithelele pele one of the things ke yone the digital management system gore ha karabo a tsena ra mo registera into it sengwe le sengwe sa go heta ko le yone registration ya go heta through that so that re te re bone kana ga se go anegela re na le sello sa batabogi ba rona gore ga re gane batabogi ba tswang ko nte ba re thusa gore re ka hita phithello e ntseng ya mme re rona ka gore re tshela ka mabelo re tshwanetse re ungwelwe ke sengwe so gone mo re hetotse mo tsone di-guidelines gore yaanong motabogi mongwe le mongwe yo o tswang ko mahatsheng a sele o tshwanetse a tsena ka lekgotla la mo registera go raya gore ka sengwanyana gore sengwanyana seo se te se hetele ko bataboging ba rona ga e le gore ga ba kgone go henyakwa re ka gore ya rona ke go develop so e atologile hela yalo mme re setse re romeletse bone ba re ba bitsang di-event organizers re romeletse di-affiliate tsa rona ebile re dumela gore e re ka the 1st of June re dumelana gore the 1st of June mongwe le mongwe yo o batlang go organisa road event mo Botswana ya mana le mabelo a te go registera le lekgotla sešha ga re sa tlhola re na le gore nya ke nna ntse ke ka 2025 ke a nya wa go registera sešha o dumelana le ditemana tseo o ba o di hithelela.
I mean, it's a great concern. Some basetse ba simolotse di preparation tsa the edition tsa ngwagao a gala kala re gongwe le ba he deadline nyana ya gore ebe le gore se leng gore sa shorta from the previous events ebe ba se swetile out before they can even think of having the edition tse dingwe for this year.
No, this year we said they have a leeway because it's already late. That is why we are saying 2025. Starting in 2025, they should have registered by the 1st. re ba kgone gore temana tse di mo guidelineseng e be le gore ba di hitheletse e seng jalo ga gona event
ga gona ka nka go tlogela re bantutsa mare sa bua ka stoppa sa rona se leng gore re tabo le se romela le ba athletics go le ba jalo ka ko Accra Ghana for African Games
ba mare ke gore rona re dumela gore se re se rometse to Botswana National Sports Commission e leng gore ke yone e tsamaya ke stopper sa batabogi ba le 23 e le gore go sena le banana sena le ba experience re dumela gore ra go dira thata ka gore re fieldile in the major event 100 200 400 800 then we filled the relays we have the high jumper we have the long jumper into it mo go rang gore tota re dumela gore they are top ranked we have a defending champion Lungwa Scotch for the 400 we have you know a very talented team there the major one ke gore our relays 4x1 ya banna 4x4 ya bomme 4x4 ya borre mixed relay di go qualify la the World Athletics relays although our 4x4 is already there ya borre re dumela gore ya bomme is at position 18 they will improve that the good news is that haria go Budapest bane ba siana ma 54 ma 53 now we have 2 ba ba siana 52 we have 3 ba ba siana ma 53 ile bomme so re dumela gore it will is a given they will qualify for the world relays they will qualify for the Olympics because by ranking ba shot the hela got only 2 spots because they are in the top 18 they need to be in the top 16 in the world is there the mixed relay we have the 44 runners, we have the 52 runners, so tota we are going to move from position or ranked 25 to ranked 16 in the top 16. We are home and dry.
Home and dry. Yes. And you know, Tsepisa Masalela, I mean, what a year, what a way to start a year for you know the young guy.
Yes, not only him. Yeah, Tsepiswa is a class. But Oratile,
you know,
there is Hamguga, all those guys, they now shows that even in the middle distance, we have the potential as Botswana. It's not only, there is a young boy here in Lefika, you know, we have a potential. We have a young girl who is running 400 meters, but he did 800 and amazing things. So really we have potential, our athletes. Botswana is rich. We only need the support of the corporate to sponsor these guys to reach the highest level.
Right. What's next? Re bantiga dumela re ga re batla go tsamaya ka 5 year hele se tseng e qualify le re batla go oketsa dipalo to go to Paris.
Yes, I was saying our relays, we want them to go. We want our middle distance runners to go. We are even expecting, we will be sending a team to the World Cross Country, and we are expecting those men and women to actually do better so that we can even have the 10,000, the 5,000 qualifying for the Olympics because we are near. When they run the cross country, they run around 29. So they are nearer 27, 26. So in 10,000, 5,000, we are sure we can actually even qualify.
Yeah.
So we are assuming that, or we are hopeful that we will qualify an extra. If we can go to the Olympics with a team of about 20, the association will be very happy.
Lerona as a country, I believe,
and that is our aim. And that is our aim. It's that a minimum of 20, it is achievable, my dear.
Right, if we put everything into the right places, very much achievable. That 20, let's go and grind and get 20 athletes to Paris.
Thank you very much.
Right, Botswana Athletics Association, as well as the future plans until tomorrow.
So welcome back. Motiranya Gaga Marato ya DUMELA Botswana Breakfast Show. Ke tsa ke re after this at la bele khona gore I do have Botswana Post people and Holland Life Insurance people coming right here gore bele gore tla go bua about their partnership. But hela re tsamaya re go bolella gore in terms of mo le hatsing hela gore go iragalang mabanela la I saw a very important announcement le gone gore le ba Ethiopian Airlines ba tlhalosa le gore they are excited to announce their new 3 times in a week service it's Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, le ko Maung. So go ra go bona le gore Ethiopian Airlines e tla be le gore ya landa for the very first time ka ko Maung on the 10th of June 2024.
That's actually beautiful because now it shows that our tourism is actually expanding to the world and being recognized. So especially with Maung, one of the biggest hubs of tourism in Botswana. I'm very excited for that. But
that's a very good development. And also I like the fact that Botswana Meat Commission ba tolosa litrelo tsa bone gore be le gore Ethiopian Airlines e khona gore be le gore e romela dinama khotsa beef e leng gore tsa kona across all the destinations e leng gore they are contracted to. Me la re mo go yone I know gore right now currently le se go shombo how tsena mo website ya Miss World www.missworld.com ke gona gore she's part of the contestant by leng gore they are trending. She's number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah.
For a population of 2.5 million, we are taking on the world and we're showing that we are very supportive when it comes to our own.
Most definitely.
I love to see it.
Let's go out there. Let's support her. We get to click on a like. We get to watch the videos.
And just to close up this conversation, tomorrow is the International Women's Day, and it was the hashtag Inspire and Inspire Inclusion. One thing that actually made me so happy is the fact that in the last century, especially with the Olympic Games, this will be the first Olympics, Paris Olympics, which will be 50-50 inclusion. This is from 1924, which is 5% inclusion of women.
45% on top.
45% on top. It will be 50% women and exactly 50% men participating in that. And it shows that inspire inclusion. This is gender equality. This is what we want for women. So tomorrow we'll be here inspiring you as women and also celebrating the women that you are.
Most definitely. And His Excellency the President of the Republic of Botswana, Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Kabetso Masisi, in commemoration your International Women's Day, and the theme in invest in women, accelerate progress.
Yes, so we'll be celebrating that tomorrow, and I'm sure
we are aligned.
Yes,
we are aligned
we're coming together
with the SDGs internationally.
Yes,
all right.
But I'm going to shoo away and let you have that conversation in the Botswana Post, and we'll be back later to just say goodbye.
Guess what? Let's do exactly that. Le gore ha ne re le koleng ka bere letsatsi ke le ba le beile kgakala mme le gorogile nka rialo ke letsatsi la bone le gorogile letsatsi ka lone ke a beng ke na le barotloetsi ba gole ba ne thulaganyo e le bone ba Botswana Post ga kologela jalo gore na le se re bitsang jalo re ke tsone di Sustainable Development Goals number 17 e leng gore bua jalo ka partnerships and goals be gone ka kwano re na le bone ba Botswana Post ba ikgolagantse ka yone partnership e re buang ka yone le bone ba Holland ke na le bone ka kwano ke na le Tebogo Bogatsu e le the marketing officer gone ka ko Botswana Post. Tebogo, good morning.
Good morning, Rasa.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you for having
I'm
me.
great. Ke ke na le rekuzane ke tlhaotso yalo ena tswa ka ko Holland. Right, so tla go medicine.
DUMELA re le ka.
Re teng re le teng.
Re hanoha.
Tebogo ke a go isimolela ka go wena. I know that le ba Botswana Post le kgolagana le di components ene go di harlogane mo na kwa gompieno ka ene hola di gona gore be le gore di tlisa ditlamelo ko Batswaneng yalo mme le gore gompieno re etletse hana ke yona motshedisi funeral plan a go re bolela ka this particular partnership that you have.
Thank you, Resako, for that. Motshedisi funeral plan is basically just a family funeral plan e asa go le no se hela khono tsenya le family ya go mo teng e bona go diposo. You can find it any post office or kiosks, but we partnered with Holland in the sense that they are our underwriters in this case, and it's tailor-made in the sense that every individual based on what their preferences are. What you would want to cover is not necessarily what I would want to cater for, if that makes sense. So it's very affordable. Like we said, it's very affordable. It's tailor-made. Nake, ke kopo tsenya motsadi ya me, ke kopo tsenya ngwanake and my parents.
Extended members.
Yeah, batsadi. So Mutsidisi funeral cover ke yone eo. It's very affordable, like I said, and it's tailor-made. And it has a variety of options one can choose from.
Re Kuzani, a go re bolele gore ne le bona go le botlhokwa kgotsa ne le go itlhokeng gore be le gore le ikgolaganya le bone ba Botswana Post mme bile ha o tswa gone go bo re bolela yana ka yone Motshedisi funeral plan ka gore ke ngwana a lona.
Indeed, ke a leboga re sego tota hala go simolla ya ka o boditse bo mosolo jwa gore be re ikgolagantse le ba poso ra itse gore mo makalaneng a leng teng tota hala ho lebella poso ke yone leng gore e ana melele ga tselothi ja ka teboga setso go supa ke gone mo gore re na ra bona go le botlhokwa gore ra mane le ba poso re inakanya le ba poso rona be re dira mo go teng underwriting mo go yone policy ya rona ya Motshedisi mme poso e be na yone the main distributor and as she has rightfully indicated ke gone mo gore we want inclusivity re batla go tsenya Motswana mongwe le mongwe go gae ga re batla gore Motswana emelle go Parakarungu Motswana emelle go etsa 13 a ro ya kae wa go bata office ya rona re le Holland ra re isa ditamelo ko bathong and what better way than go isa ditamelo ko bathong through Botswana Post e leng gore e yana melele ha tselothi ka bophara gone mo ke go nkare ke go irang go kgaola batho maoto go kgaola Motswana maoto gore a ska tswa a ya go bekgakala a khonatse policy ya rona ya Motshedisi mo posong e gauhilene and ya kana teboga go supa ke gone gore re akaretsa botlhe ga re ntshope mo policing ya rona and se se botlhokwa ke gone go itse go tlhaloganya gore mo policing ya rona ya Motshedisi re ka re ntsha madi a lekana up to 50,000 pula for burial purposes and as it says we never know gore le sola go diragala leng mme go botlhokwa gape gore re be re na re ipakanyeditse sone se mo se sanang sente sone seo gongwe ke nna ke ha ke tsama ba masika ba sala ba thusana jang kana ha go tsamaile mongwe wa lesika la me ke sologela gore ke itapata and ga ke itse ra go iragala nna ke le nosi mme se ke setse nthoko ke gore dintsho tse leng gore di nka mathata ga di iragala ha re ga kgwedi e le gore ga ke nang and gone go ke le ba mang ra re rona re lete re tere go tshedise re le hola de re itshwaragantse jalo le ba Botswana Post
mme gona ha re Kuzane nna kana batho ba tshwana le borona na bonkuku a rena ba re tsamaela go ba go robetseng wa go tlhaela gore ga nke go nna le lesole after a very long time a bona le cashback Jaka teboga supile policy tsa rona gona le we've got what we call different variations go supa gona gore re akaretsa mongwe le mongwe ga re tlogele ope mo dingwe tsa di policy tsa rona of course we do offer cashback every 3 years depending of course on the option that the client would have taken up ke a ga go ya no ma a tirelo tse di teng go posongwe le ngwe le hatse ka bophara can I do that I know gore le na di kiosk VTM go everything ka di access a go ka the services
ya ka re khuzanantsa bu gore kana yanong o ka ske wa tsama hela o tsa motho go seronga kwa for example o ra go batla office ya go hola di gore ba khona go bona tsone ditlamelotse re na le deposits that are over 135 countrywide so the plan is it's a convenience go in this case. Like I had said, literally every post office you sign up for Motshedisi, you can go register there. We have kiosks, over 20 kiosks more across the country in selected shopping stores. And another exciting one is that we are also introducing the kiosk go Pick and Pay. Kwana le ngwe gape go river go hale kiosk go Pick and Pay lo gore le ona ga ile gore o gone tsore decide tsone tse you can just conveniently go there and just register there. And it's really simple in the sense that all you just need is your ID. When as the policy holder o tlhoka le ID ya gago le one maina ile gore batho ba ile re tla bo ba tsenya mo policy ya gago. That's about it.
Okay.
And of course your premium, your first premium ya gore nyame ya ka ke riana ke choose option A, and option A ke bokana o tla bo duela na madi a teng on the spot, and wa go tswa ho o tsa mo posong o le covered immediately.
And then also in terms of processing claims?
Yes.
Okay. And then haile gore motho obviously hale mo lenyalong, those marriage certificates or
you bring the necessary documents.
Affidavit e supang gone gore motho na mme ke nna ke netlane ke mmangwane, we are somehow related.
Just to show the relationship. And we have a variety of not only post offices and kiosks, but we have the VTMs, virtual teller machines, that I know you're excited about. And the VTMs, the 5 is so far countrywide, and we'll be launching another one Kotati. So the VTM, and one of the services that you can get from the VTM, it's available 24/7, so you don't necessarily need to process a transaction.
What are the benefits of actually having this particular cover?
So I think se bo thoko hala ke go tlhaloganya le khanye hare peace of mind, hare bua ka peace of mind re rai gangwe le gape re ete re bone ha re sa ipakanyetsa seemo sa go tshwana le se se tlhagoga ke gone mo gore time and again go nna le gato go bidwa hare sona re tswa mo merapelong go tabo go hitisiwa plate go tnya a re thusaneng ho ke setso sa rona re le Batswana mme ra re a re ska re melang hala mo go yone plate yone let us prepare for ourselves and let that peace of mind. And what better way to partner than with Botswana Post? We over 130 post offices, 135 yes, and then about 20 kiosks, and then rare over and above the peace of mind rare rona how ta tsa motshedisi how to kana le gore we go ithathoba, so that is to say no medical examination required, rare go tsa o ntse hala jalo. And the inclusivity part, you don't need a bank account. Tlaya hela ya koposong tla ka o mangwa ha o koposong o hie di formo o bo signa di formo o bo simolla go ka duela te bo gona go supa jalo. We can add up to 7 immediate family members, and for as long as the premium tsa gago di duelwa you will have cover. Over and above that rare nako tse dingwe kana we motho gona go tsa policy le gore ga isa ikakanye sent then on rona re ta go ha 30 days gore we go nna ha tsi o itsekatsheke o seno na o signa, and then the 30 days you'll still be covered. How ka boela go rona within 30 days or in less than 30 days o botare go ha ka rene ke sa ikakanya sente ha ke letsa go ka cancela policy re ta e cancela hela sente bontenyane provided there has not been a claim on that policy. And then again ha le gore no setsu o duetse o kile a duela di premium dingwe mo policy rata go refunda madi a one ngwa duetse se se botlhokwa gape ke gone go tlhalosa gore mo policing ya rona motshedisi ga gona mo go teng waiting period ha ile gore leso ke leso le thagileng ka kotsi, and ha re bua ka kotsi ke itse gore gona le misconception or a misunderstanding a lot of the time to say ha re bua ka accidental death ra leso la kotsi ya koloi hela nyara ra ga re reja re ra le ha ka thula ke kgomo hela unfortunately o bo thokahala kana wa digwa ke hamba o thokahala ke accident so there is no waiting period.
Ra gone go ela ka speed na korna setse le gore re sere ka se ma gone gore o re diela sebaka ke bokae ka khwedi re batla ga go duela
re simolla hela ka bonnyane jo 27 pula 95 per month for cover ya 7,500 pula every all the way to 195 pula 95 for cover ya 15,000 pula. And this cover would be inclusive of when your spouse, children, as well as batsadi. And se sengwe se se botlhokwa gape se ke batang go se itse se Batswana go ga ke gone gore re tlosolositse dingwaga tsa go ka joina, and we've moved our maximum age at entry from 65 to now 84 years.
Oh, lovely. Another big development. Re duela go ka re tsena go posong ke be ke duela khotsaya
o tsena go posong wa tla hela o bolela motho go thusang gore nya ke tsile go duela motshedisane la ile re tsile go reka airtime o tsile go duela le kgethela goloi. As you know, we are one stop shop, but o tla botsile o duela motshedisi wa o duela le gone go any post office literally. It doesn't matter gore o tswa go ikwadisetsa go o no ikwadiseditse go posong ya ko main mall ya no ba tlo duela premium ya go ya no front does not mean any kiosk, VTM, and our online services. We have a variety of online platforms they ensure from the comfort of your home.
Okay. Rekazani ha re setse re gadla puisana rona ke itse le gore gona batho ba ene gore ba ne bana le yone e be le gone gore ba tswa mo gone kgotsa motho ga e duele ya relapse gore can I go back e be le gore ke boa ke tsena mo go yone, and also in addition to that where can they find you?
Tota re tlhaloganya di mo tsonetsi gore
we re tlatla ka
ka bo hehonyana re tlhaloganya se mo tsone se gore o kgona go dirala gore o ne le sama sa madi mme hela ra re le hola di house tswikile wa joina go go rona boela go go rona gape re tere bone gore police o re tswele di saja. We are available to assist with that.
They can just contact us on 391-1473. That's 391-1473. If they have any inquiries, we also have a WhatsApp line. We are very responsive and it's available 24/7. It's 775-37517. That's 775-37517. Or essentially, they could just visit our social media platforms, which are BOTSWANA Post.
Luna, on the social platforms?
On the social platforms, we are also available on Facebook together with Twitter, and then Okara Tswara Hapemo 395-8023, 395-8023, as well as our highly interactive WhatsApp line 7623-0009, 7623-0009. Sabo hello kere motswana ko gae tshepa holat.
Oh, Post, we say?
We deliver whatever, wherever.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rosa.
All right. We so katseng se kona ka puisana mele ne mete bogatsu a tsaka ko ofising ipapatsa gona ka go BOTSWANA Post le Rekazani ke tlhaotso yalo ya the key account manager gona ka go Holland e tla gona ka go bokhutlong o Kuzani. Okay. E tla gona ka go bokhutlong mo tsatsi lone la gompieno. Potsa go tla be le gore o emetseng ha ile gore ga o tsamaye wa go joina lo mo CDC funeral plans na mo ofising ya poso le ba pile le wena for 27 pula 95 e be le gona gore ka khabara ba potle ba ileng gore o batla go ba khabara ha go ra jalo gore ba teng mo maranyane Holland Insurance Botswana go tsa maranyane a Twitter and Instagram Holland_BW. Also BOTSWANA Post at the website www.botswanapost.post go tsa ka romela molaetsa inquiries@botswanapost.co.bw. Wet's with re be go nefa ke go tsala la re be tla go la thulaganyo gago mo tsatsing la la bone. So are kharele ka tsentseng jalo thulaganyo ga go ya Dumela BOTSWANA breakfast show e tlang go gana ka tlotlo tse tebo go ke bone ba BOTSWANA Post. We say we deliver whatever, Lala,
wherever.
Wa itse yalo gore ke tseke mo pisano ya bone ba Holland le bone ba BOTSWANA Post ke gona ka re tla go bokhutlong tota mo tsatsi lone la bone ke dumela gore o itimeletse tsotlha ke lone.
I really loved today's conversation.
Good go bua di teme tse di
Hey, ne re bua ka livestock gore supplementary feeding gore we tsere keng ha ile gore o morui me yalo o re ntse re le mo nakong yone ya you know this drought season. Make sure that you find alternative ways to feed your products. And one thing that I took away gore re ska tsaba go rekisa ha ngwana ko tse di gore tsaba go rekisa re itse gore yo kana di tebe di tsama, but it could help. Just be strategic in how you are farming. It's also business. You must take it as a business.
Definitely.
There's time to sell, there's time to buy, there's time to grow. You know?
What are you up to from here?
I am gonna do my nails tomorrow. I want to look beautiful for Women's Day, International Women's Day. That will be coming up tomorrow, and it will also be our creative day on Friday. So making sure that we have everything that makes you feel good as you get ready for the weekend. And you?
It's Women's Day, Lyle.
You know what? It's going to be a great day tomorrow. Make sure that you are bright and early, joining us at exactly 6 a.m. in the morning on the DUMELA BOTSWANA breakfast show. We're saying goodbye to you. Good morning. Make sure you slay the day. And I'm saying good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
The Morning Show is proudly brought to you by BOTSWANA Post, Rise and shine.